Hey everybody, Rich here. This is Google Chrome 5. The exact version is 5.0.375.55, which at the time of this recording is the latest version. Although there have been other videos posted elsewhere about this browser, I figured I'd cover the absolute basics here, just to show you what you can do in here. Now the first thing you're going to notice is that I have a black theme here, and how did I get that? Well, I click on the little wrench on the right, and I go to Options, and then on the tab Personal Stuff, there's a link that says Get Themes. And it opens up a tab with all these cool themes in it. The one I'm using, I believe, is pronounced Tiesto. I think, or Tiesto. I'm not sure, but that's the one that I'm using, and it has mostly black around it, which is good. There are obviously other themes here. Like if I go with a brush theme, you just hit apply. Has sort of kind of like a Mac look to sort of. Not exactly, but a little bit. Or I can go with some other crazy thing. If I can go to minimalist theme, which is nothing but just stark white, like that. You can do totally transparent, which more or less just looks checkerboard-like. Or you can go with something a little nicer than that. The themes by artists is the better of the two, obviously. Let's see if I can find that one I was using before. There's quite a few of them, which is nice. Not enough, but it'd be nice if there were more. But what you got here is not bad at all. This is one by Chuck Anderson here, which has a nice little starry background to it. And of course, you also have your annoying themes, like that one. Oh, that's disgusting. Let me go back to Tiesto. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so that's themes. Again, tools, options, personal stuff, theme link right here. And oh yes, reset to default theme. If you hit that, it goes back to the ordinary transparent. I'll just leave it on transparent for now. The next thing here is how do you bookmark something? Now, Firefox is on the right. Let me bring up Internet Explorer here. In Internet Explorer, it's under favorites. Yeah, right there. On Chrome, it's on the left. So if you hit this, it'll add the bookmark and show the star, much like Firefox does. By default, it will put it into the bookmarks bar, or you can make something called other bookmarks. If I do the bookmarks bar, you should click the little wrench over here and show the bookmarks bar. You can also get to it with a control B. Now another thing that you can do in this bar, again similar to Firefox, is right click inside and then add folder. If I put test folder and then take this and drag it into the folder, great. And if I did another website like Apple and I bookmark this one, you'll notice that test folder, the one I just made, is now a choice. But if I put it in bookmarks bar again, I can just take that and drag it into the test folder, and it's all within, and it all works out very nicely. I can also right click and delete this, and then get rid of the bar, like so. Now another way to do this is you can actually go to the bookmark manager instead. You can search for bookmarks from here directly. You can also do it from the address bar, but some of you actually might find this a little easier to deal with. Now if on a new tab you see the stuff that you were recently on, you can view this as a simple list, or you can view it as thumbnails like this. Some of you will prefer the thumbnail, some of you will prefer the list. I actually think the list view is a little easier, especially since there are favorite icons for each site. And I think you can fit more on here, especially for those of you out there with lower resolution screens. Now, the next thing is, okay, well, how do I get rid of this information? just in case you wanted to clear each one of these. If you hover over it, you see a little box up here. I can just hit X and it's gone. I can do that for each one. And you see the yellow box above it, this undo. So I can bring it back, but I can only undo once. If I want to undo more than once, I can't do that. But better than nothing. Better than nothing. The actually the Opera browser kind of beats Chrome a little bit in this respect because it has the ability to go back and retrieve everything that you lost, which is, well, not lost, but deleted. Now, from the same page, you can go to the full history, which is right here. You can go to Edit, and then you can clear the browsing data from here. Now, I'm going to give you a little shortcut that's a whole lot easier to remember. If I'm on, just say, a regular website, and I want to just delete the history and all that other stuff, it's Control Shift Delete, just like Firefox. Check everything. Now by default it's clear data from the last hour. I just do everything. This is for those of you that just want a way to clear the entire browser out and start from scratch. I'm not saying you have to do this, but for those of you that want to do it, easy enough. Control Shift Delete, check all the boxes, do everything, and you're done. And I'll do that. Now mine went through relatively quickly. If you've been using Chrome a while and you do that, it's going to sit there and chug along for a little bit because it's going to be deleting a lot of data. But anyway, so Control Shift Delete, you got all your stuff here. Oh, one other thing. There's also the Adobe Flash Player storage settings here. When you click this, this actually opens up another window. And you get to the, because Flash is its own thing. It's its own program with its own cache, its own everything. So if you want to go in here, like, see, I have one here from Blog Talk Radio, from Justin TV, I have one from iReport, Amazon, and blah blah, and so on and so forth. It set a little, what it's called a super cookie, and that's where you would delete it from here. Now, instead of doing the clear browsing data, you could always do what's called the incognito window, which you can click the wrench and do the new incognito window. Now, it doesn't open another tab, it actually opens another window, and you see the little detective guy in the hat here. So if you're going to a website in particular where you don't want any of the information stored within the browser, that's where you use the incognito mode. So I did bookmarks, themes, how to clear out your data, how to do incognitos, and so on and so forth. There's not really much else I could show here, except for the extensions. When you go to extensions, if you don't have any, there's gallery browse. Now I'm going to give you an example of an extension you might actually like. If I go to an RSS feed, what happens is that, well, this one actually is friendly, but if you go to just a raw RSS feed, most of the time Chrome doesn't know how to handle it. So you have to actually add in an extension to do it. So if I just go to Chrome extensions and search for RSS for really simple syndication, you got your choices here. You can do live links like Firefox does it. There's one by Google themselves, which is an RSS subscription extension. It's not that any of you out there use RSS, but if you did, Chrome does not come natively with that built in. So you have to actually add it in there. There's also a whole bunch of other stuff here, which you'll probably want to do. The best thing to do is go by most popular first, like AdBlock. A lot of you guys use AdBlock. Chrome's got it. It's right there. Gmail. You can put in IE into Chrome if you like Chrome, but you want to have the IE Trident rendering engine in it. You can totally do that. It's Google Docs, Google Dictionary. So anyway, you got your extensions here, and that's how you add those in. Don't think there's really much else I could show you besides that. Chrome's a decent browser. You have to get used to the way it does things. Like, for example, there's no file edit view on the top. If you do an Alt F, it actually brings up the wrench menu on the right. That's another keyboard shortcut in Windows, by the way. Alt F does bring that up. So anyway, that's it. Google Chrome 5, good browser. Try it out. I'm not saying you'll use it over IE or Firefox, but it's a good companion browser, that's for sure. Take it easy.